Hey y'all, it's officially no longer snow days, it's a Saturday. And so technically I'm not supposed to work anyway, so take that. I don't know if y'all can tell, snow days about done. We're above freezing now, and and technically it's afternoon because I had stuff to do. So we are now just look, I mean, we even got junk out of the building, like for the first time in 3-4 days. We took the old Dodge Ram, the daily to town a while ago, and Focus is sitting out back, getting some sun. So it's all good. We're gonna keep fiddling around with these tables because that's the project of the week, and I'm gonna do some more work. Here's a little tip, okay? So if you ever, I got to do some sanding on this. That's that piece of granite right there. Put a little of your blue masking tape over it, and that'll keep you from scratching the shiny on that deal. That works for car windows. That works for chrome trim. That works for anything. Put a little tape on it. Takes a little extra time. Put a little tape on it. That'll help protect you when you get a little wild with your sander, and keep you from scuffing your stuff up. This is about done. I need just a little bit because you can still feel just a little bit of edges on these boards. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of sanding here on this. We'll blow it out and it'll be ready for finishing. The first set of legs that I clamped together are about done and ready to come apart. And then we can run them through the planer, sand them, and maybe by the end of the day we'll have full assembly on at least one table. Still don't know how I'm going to finish it. Still don't know if this is the final iteration of legs yet. Iteration. Holy cow, did you see that? That's a big word for a Saturday. Jeez Louise. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on today. Well, I don't know. We're gonna do something because I'm already bored. I've only been home 20 minutes. So, yeah, let's do something. It's gonna be fun. All right, let's go. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We can pull our tape off and reveal that we were able to maintain that glossy finish on our granite. There we go. So this is ready to go, and I'm gonna figure out my legs. So let me break those down. We'll get them out, run through the planer, trued up, get them cleaned, sanded, and ready to assemble. All of which not very exciting, but still moving in the right direction. That's all that really matters. If we ever get one built, then the other one's gonna look just like it, in theory. Okay, off we go. Okay, so here's our little leg pieces, and I think what I'll do is I will cut that little end off, get them trued up, and then we'll run them through the planer and get this side. This is the flattest side, so we'll get this side trued up, and then I need a joiner. Joiner would be really nice. And then we can run the top side through the planer and then sand them, and then we'll see about assembling them and make them go together. It's going to be good, I think. Okay, so my planer is a Porter Cable, I think it's 12.5 inch, and it's surprisingly good. It was the cheapest planer that Lowe's had 4 years ago, 5 years ago, whenever I bought it. And you know what? I've swapped blades out on it twice, I think. And I have run so much crap wood through that thing, and everything from pallet slats to all kinds of stuff, and it gets the job done. It's small, but small, and it's really loud. But man, it just eats the wood. And you know, like everything else, take your time, small increments, be gentle with it, and it'll do a good job for you. But yeah, it was, I think it was $250, I think. That seems about right. 5 or 6 years ago. And I have run many board feet of wood through this thing. Many board feet of wood through it. It's not perfect, but the work I do isn't perfect, so it's all good. So yeah, let's run some wood through it and see what it's like. See if we get what we want. Okay, there we go. Fancy schmancy legs. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna throw a sander on them. I'm gonna knock the rust spots off of them, and then we will see about putting some together. In theory. Okay, my thought with regard to the legs is take that little piece right there, fill it in the corner like that, take one of our fancy schmancy legs, stick it in there like that, take that little piece right there, and sandwich it to help give it structure at the top. And then I'll probably go, I'll probably go across from here to here, between the legs, across, I don't know, about 6 inches or so down, to give it structural rigidity and support. And then I may go from the legs out to the center somewhere and do a middle piece, and then you can, I don't know, maybe set a notebook on it or something if you need to. Not that I want to encourage clutter stacked on tables, but yeah. So I don't know. Let's see how it turns out. Let's see how it turns out. I need my little nail gun. So yeah. So that little Win nail gun, that was, I had, I think, 2 Porter cables and a Bostitch, and all 3 of them, the diaphragms got bad in them, and so it leaking air instead of driving nails with them. And the rebuild kits for the Porter cables are like $40 or something like that. I bought this Win off of Amazon, free shipping, for like $25, and so many nails driven with this little gun. And it goes from 2 inch to, I think the smallest it'll drive is 3/4 inch brad nails. And I have driven so many nails with that little gun right there. add a little oil to it, you know, periodically, not too much, because you can see that it's already got quite a bit of sawdust sticking to it. A little too much oil in it last time. But yeah, that little gun, if this thing quits, I'll go buy another one just like it, because for less than 30 bucks, free shipping. I know it's a, you know, off-brand thing, but daggum, it's worth it just to drive nails, because again, I'm cheap. I am cheap. Anyway, I'm gonna fire that up. You're probably not gonna hear any of this because it's just gonna be loud and annoying. And we'll see if we can't stand some legs up, and then I'll figure out what it's gonna look like between the legs. And when it's all said and done, we'll stand that little table up, and hopefully it won't have the wobbles. Everything will be, you know, squared up and looking like pretty, like where it's supposed to be. I still don't necessarily love these legs, but I'm tired of messing with it. The ADD is kicking in. I'm getting bored. So I need to get this done, so I will actually get it done. Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to drive some nails, and it's going to be fun. And see how this little tiny brain, it's always like, Dave, purple. I don't know why purple. It's just always the answer of choice. Y'all think I'm nuts. It's all good. I had one of the ladies at the office. I was doing my normal twitchiness in a meeting the other day, and she was like, you know, we could probably medicate that out of you. I was like, I don't want to medicate it out of me. It's one of the fun parts of me. Plus, it's what helps me be creative and do dumb stuff like this that doesn't make any sense. I don't know why we do it, but I was bored and I wanted something to do, so that's why we're doing it. It's gonna be fun. Okay. All right, stop talking. Stop talking and do stuff. Dang. Jeez Louise. Okay, I think we have a plan. So there it is, sitting there. And I think I'm gonna take more of this 1x1 and build some frames in here that will ultimately tie all of that together. That is going to look something like, how much stuff is in my little way. The old shop's getting dirty again. Just crap in the way, which is what happens when you're working on projects. So essentially, it'll look something like keeping in mind I'm not putting a square on this, I'm just throwing it in there. Something like that. That will be up right here and serve as a little shelf and provide strength and stability to my legs, although they're pretty solid now. So yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna do. For now, we'll see. If it fights me too much, I will abandon this completely and just leave it the way it is. So we'll see. We'll see. This has been a long project. I mean, it's good because it fills time, but this has been a long project. And I still got to duplicate this one more time for the other table. But it gives me a reason to be out in the shop. I like being out in the shop. It's also about time for a haircut. Oof. Getting awful like kind of crazy old man shaggy. It's all good, but we need to get it fixed. I may actually pay somebody to cut my hair for the second time since 2000. Because normally I just take the clippers to it, off it goes. So we'll see. It depends on what kind of mood I'm in as to what happens to the top of my little pointy head. Okay, once again, I've derailed the conversation and we're not getting anything done. Let's get something done. Okay, there you go. That's ultimately what it looks like. I think it looks kind of cool. Kind of matches the top. And all right, I guess this is probably good enough for this evening. And tomorrow we'll do the next one, although I don't know that y'all need to see that. It'll be just a duplication of this. Yes, maybe the next video will be finishing up that other table and then coming up with what we're gonna actually finish it with, what we're gonna do on the tabletop to preserve it and make that color pop. So yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna call it a day for this evening, and we'll see about figuring out what it's gonna ultimately be finished in. Am I gonna pour a top with some resin, or am I just going to seal it and polyurethane it and let that work? I just don't know. I just don't know. But so far, I'm kind of happy with them. I mean, for not having a plan, not really having an idea of what I wanted. It's very geometric. I may get tired of that after a while, but we'll see. We'll see. It's fun. Thanks for hanging out in the shop with me. And hang on, we're going to get there eventually. We are going to get there eventually. I promise. It's going to be done. Because I want to move on to something else. I want to do something automotively again. I don't know when I'm going to get there, though. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for watching.